Hi guys, this is the review for CSC104. The first 5 questions on the review exam 1. This is just for practice only. We're going to go over this in class on Tuesday, and I'm going to just go over how to do these first 5 questions. There'll be other videos with the rest of the questions. So, what executes the instructions in memory? Now, this is open book, open notes. The exam will be 2, so you can look these answers up. In this case, it's the CPU, the Central Processing Unit. We'll save that answer. Or you don't have to click Save Answer, actually, you'll figure it out. In computing, a step is a kind of ladder. Well, that is a kind of ladder. A small, easy-to-do part of a set of instructions. Now, that looks better. Or part of a staircase. It is, but in computing, a step is a small, easy-to-do part of a set of instructions, not the other choices. Now, in a flowchart, a rectangle is used for starting or stopping. Now, you can look up the flowchart chapter and see where the rectangle does. It uses a rounded rectangle for that, not a regular rectangle. Decisions, choosing which instruction to do next, no. It's not done for that. That's done with the diamond. Input or output? No, that's a parallelogram. Computation. Now that one is what the rectangle does. So I'll click on that. And you notice it's already saved my answer from the other one. And it saved this one after a little while. We can fill in the blank with this constraint. Now remember, constraints are all about limitations. So the one with the watch arrived. What? The one with the duck. Okay? So one thing we can say is before. The one with the watch arrived before the one with the duck. That would constrain when the time of arrival for that guy. Now, then we see sentence equals sentence plus, and the string, the letter actually here, period. Okay? So, this does what to the variable, string variable sentence? So you can see that this is a string variable. So, now, right? Because we're messing with letters here. Now, it can't add 1 to the value of a sentence because it's not a number. It's letters. Initializes the sentence variable, which means it puts a new value, it creates a value that it doesn't have. But sentence needs a value to do this. So it can't initialize the sentence variable. Puts the period in prison. No, you don't. Prison sentences do not belong in computing. And finally, punctuates the end of the sentence. That's what it does. It puts the period at the end of the sentence. So we'll pick this guy, and it's figured out that it wants us to save all those answers. That's nice. Now, usually you wait till you answer all the rest of these questions before we save and submit, but I'm going to show you, it's going to give me some feedback on these questions. Now, in your exam, when you take the real exam, these questions will be selected from a much larger set of questions. And so everyone's going to get different questions, and if you saved and submit and then started the exam again, you'll get different questions to answer. So don't do this until you reach the end of the exam, but it does give you a little feedback once you reach the end of the exam. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. So if you hit OK, it's going to show you which of these guys you got right according to the computer. Now remember, I'm going to grade it, so it's going to go over that. So we have the CPU but the processor was another value. You got that one right. It's going to show you you got this one right. You got that one right. Computation. And this shows you some of the possible answers you could have given: before, after, when. All of those limit the time relationship, the constraints on the time. And finally, punctuates the end of the sentence. You see, all of those are correct. Now, if you now I'm going to decide if you get any partial credit, or if you come up with a fill in the blank that's correct, that we didn't anticipate. So this is not the end. The end is when I grade it, but this is enough. So I'm going to stop here, and there'll be other videos that cover the rest of the questions on the review sheet. So we'll see. So